Linda McMahon, who is Donald Trump's education secretary, and I'm pretty sure I've seen choke slammed multiple times, went on Fox News to discuss how they plan to destroy the education department, but she stumbled over something pretty basic for the head of that government agency.
We wanted to make sure that we kept all of the right people and the good people to make sure that the outward facing programs, the grants, the appropriations that come from Congress, all of that are being met, and none of that's going to fall through the cracks.
So that was my next question. So the criteria for keeping that 50% is related to expenditures and key programs?
Correct. Congress appropriates the money that is going through Title I to IDEA programs.
What's that stand for?
Do you know what? I'm not sure I can tell you exactly what it stands for, except that it's the programs for disabled and needs.
Individuals with Disabilities Act, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know all my acronyms. I've been here for 30 years.
This is my 5th day on the job, and I'm really trying to learn them very quickly.
Right, it's a lot.
Yeah, one thing that would help is if you had literally any experience in education whatsoever. Like if you were, I don't know, like qualified in any way for the job that you're doing, that would help. And so look, that's a little bit embarrassing for Linda McMahon. Not as embarrassing as when I saw her pretending to be catatonic in a wheelchair as her husband tried to seduce one of the wrestlers that behind the scenes he was also sexually harassing. That was probably more embarrassing on live TV, but it's embarrassing. It's not like Ingraham brought up that acronym. She brought it up and she didn't know what it was. And then you have again, just the North Korean government propaganda. Ingraham being like, hey, I've been doing this forever. I don't know what any of this stuff is that I want to be canceled. Why would you? Because it's her job. Yeah, no, not every pundit is gonna know every government program. She's in charge of that government program. And she's the one citing it as she works to cut it. But again, there's no standards whatsoever. You think that they would have, like if Buttigieg had gotten something wrong like that, they would have been like, hey, he's a young guy, he's new on the job, get off his back. But they're just sycophants, they're just cultists to this movement. And more importantly, they know she doesn't need to know this stuff because it's not gonna be around much longer. She's there to kill it, she's there to destroy it. The stuff that used to be like a 2005 era libertarian presidential candidate fever dream that they'd be laughed at is now just a thing that is happening, Francesca. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, this clip is giving me vibes of like, like other Republicans being like, could you just try? Like as Laura Ingram's like, I'm pretty sure it's the Individuals with Disability Act. But it would really make my propagandistic job a little bit easier if you just knew what this was all about. And I look, I could be totally wrong, but everything that the right does sometimes, especially all of, again, the propagandists, the Ingrahams, the Kirks, the whomever, a lot of the vibe I get is very like, is someone gonna stop this? Because we're sycophants, but like other people that know what they're doing, are Democrats gonna, like sometimes when I feel like they make fun of Democrats, it's a little bit of a challenge to be like, are y'all gonna, cause I and it comes down to, I was talking to a Fox News contributor whose name I don't remember because I don't care. But this was before I went on a live Piers Morgan show. And I asked him, I was like, this is before the elections, like 2 days before it. And I was like, you guys really want this? Do you want like all this chaos? Do you remember what it was like? All the excuses that you had to pull and say for Trump, like, do you guys really want that kind of thing? And he very honestly was like, I got a book coming out and Trump is gonna like write a foreword or a little, give a little note for it. He's not gonna write anything. And it's really good for my business. Like it's good for me and it's good for me pushing my own brand, honestly. It's kind of about me and my money. And that's all it comes down to is it's good for me, rich elitist person who goes on Fox News, who has a great salary, and my money, trying to write a book. Like that is it. They don't care about anything else. But yes, John, anyway, keep going.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. They don't care that maybe our schools are become even worse year by year. Maybe we can never cover an obviously massive inequality in access to quality education. But again, they're going to be rich because they're going to sell the books. So their kids are always going to go to good schools. And what do they care if the poors don't have access to good schools? They don't want them doing that stuff. They want them going out and just getting a job or whatever and just be ground up in the machinery of capitalism. All of this works for them. It is a daily tragedy to us. It's barely worth thinking about for them.